Welcome to Get Wed,
a podcast to plan your wedding by.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Kerrie.
And we're both here as professional photographers
and brides-to-be to help you plan your big day.
Each week we'll discuss a topic that you'll encounter along your wedding planning journey.
And with the help of fellow industry experts, we'll navigate this crazy wedding world
together. Hello everybody.
Hi everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome back to our new season and belated Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah, Happy New Year and we did say Merry Christmas before we went. So it's been 3 months since we were last on the air. So we're happy to be back and getting back into Get Wed.
Yeah, and nattering away.
Yeah.
Chatting away to you all again.
We've got loads of really cool episodes planned for you this season. So please stay tuned. We're going to talk about all sorts of things from hen dos to hair, decoration, planning your music and all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be good. And we've got a Q&A episode. So if you want to send us in your questions, what you should do is go and join our Facebook group. And if you join our Facebook group, you can join in all our little discussions. So just go to our website, which is www.getwedpodcast.co.uk, and click on Facebook group and come and join us.
Yes.
Yay.
And then actually you can chat, you can ask us questions, you can say things that you want to hear about. So it's nice and interactive then, because we'd love to hear from you, because this is all about helping people, hopefully. So
yeah. Perfect. Yeah. And this week, because it's our first episode back of season 3, how are we on season 3? It's mad.
I know. That's a lot of talking, isn't it? Poor people.
Thank you so much for listening to our annoying voices.
Yes.
This week, we're just going to have a bit of a catch-up episode so you can see what we've been up to. Obviously, my wedding is hurtling towards me, so things are stepping up again. Soon. So, yes, stay tuned. It's going to be good.
So this episode, we were just going to have a sort of general catch-up with Kerrie, talk about how her plans are coming, and kind of discuss all the little things along the way that she's come across and that she's doing. So, Kerrie, now you have to be super productive and tell us all the things that you've been doing since we spoke sort of around Christmas time, didn't we?
Yeah, so the last episode we spoke, I had just bought my wedding dress and was feeling really bad about how much it cost me.
Yes, that's it. Do you feel better now?
I do slightly. It still costs me. I still think, oh God, what a lot of money. But no, I'm pleased, and that means I haven't had to think about wedding dresses or anything.
Yeah, so, like making yours would have been such a project. Yeah, I'm sure you'll thank yourself a bit.
Yeah, I think I still am going to make the dress that I wear for our signing the register day, but it's just going to be like a casual dress. So the pressure's off for that part. So
yeah, well, that's good. That's a good idea. Mm. So, yes. So what else have you been up to? Because I know that you've got your hen do coming up very, very soon.
My hen do's in a couple of weeks. So that should be interesting because it's been a challenge to get everyone together.
As it always is, I think.
But I don't really know anything about it. So I'm going to have to report back to you on that. But we have got a hen do episode planned. So that will be, I'll give you all the nitty gritty details.
Yeah, that'd be good. Just after we should have like actually called you the day after your hen do first night or something, so you're really hungover and crappy, and then we could ask you.
Like, oh, go away.
Yeah. How was it, Kerrie? How you been today?
Yeah, it'd be wonderful. Let's not do that.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do it a little bit after your hen do. So that's good.
The other things that we have done that I've just realised I didn't mention to you before we started recording is that we've been and given notice of marriage. So.
Oh, yes.
That's all official.
Oh, God. Yeah. So where did you do that?
We did that in Colchester. We're actually getting married in Ipswich. But because we live in Manningtree, which is technically Essex, because Manningtree is like on the Essex-Suffolk border. Like we're literally one village away from Suffolk. So
close.
Yeah, just nearly made it out. But because we're getting married in Ipswich. But because we live in Manningtree, we're considered Essex. So we had to go to Colchester to give our notice. And not Ipswich, which was a bit annoying.
A bit confusing, yeah.
So, yeah, we went to do that. But, yeah, I didn't realise that when you give notice, it costs you £35 each, did you?
Oh, I think, because I tried to kind of balance all our payments and stuff. So I think I paid for the whole thing straight away because I was like, just get it done, just get one thing done.
Yeah.
So, it's funny how the different... And then you've got to pay for certificates and when you come to signing.
So I paid for 2 certificates, so we've got 2 copies.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So giving notice is weird. Just go in and they ask you like random questions, don't they? So
yeah, I actually felt weirdly nervous. Like before we went in, I was like, just want to double check. I do know your middle name, but can we just double check all these? What does your dad do? And like, you have a bit of a weird.
Yeah, we were asking each other's like, oh, well, dad's do for jobs, and we were like, what colour are your eyes? Oh yeah, your eyes are that colour. Like,
yeah, like you're going to get found out even though you are a proper couple. You're like, what if they decide that we're pretend and we're not a real couple?
I was like, when's your birthday? What's your middle name?
Yeah.
It's mad. But we passed all the questions, so it's all good.
Cool. That's good. Yeah. And then you just go for like a nice lunch together and
we actually went to our food tasting that afternoon, so that worked out quite well. We had a bit of a Wedmin day. But that was nice. So we tried all our food out because we didn't get a tasting before we booked. We got a tasting after we booked. I'm not sure if that's the norm or not. I know lots of people manage to get tastings before they book, which I was a bit like, oh, I didn't get that.
Yeah, because I think we had ours because I was like, this could work out. Obviously, we weren't going to do that, but I was like, we could just get loads of free food for everyone and never have to pay for food ever again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it doesn't. That's probably the reason why they do that. People like me really for everybody.
Well, did you taste your food before you booked it?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't.
So I remember thinking like, God, this is such a cheap tea. It's great. And we asked for like a doggy bag at the end, so I just took all the bits home we didn't eat.
Oh, see, we didn't ask for a doggy bag, and I was a bit like, oh, should we have? Because it was really tasty.
Yeah.
I didn't. Oh. She probably had it for her dinner.
Yeah, probably. I reckon they do quite well out of all those as well.
But it's really good. Like, I'm glad we tasted it, but it was odd tasting it because it was the end of January we went for that, so it was freezing cold, and the food that we're having is like very picnic style-y, like summer food, so it was weird sitting there eating like sausage rolls and Scotch eggs and pea salads and being like, oh, this is lovely, but I'm freezing, I'd love a stew.
Yeah, that's so weird, isn't it? But it all went, so that's quite good. You did a proper wedding. I think that's a good way of doing it, is if you do have a day off together to just get loads of stuff.
Yeah, we just got those 2 bits done, so that's all good. The given notice thing I was a bit worried about. So it's like, it's easy to forget about, isn't it? And then you have to do it so many weeks before the wedding and stuff. So I just wanted to get that off the plate and done. So yeah, that's all good. All out the way.
Yeah. So is it the next time you see them, that will be your signing? So there's nothing else to do now until the actual day you get married? So
but we're actually going to a different registry office to do our signing the register bit. So we're going to Ipswich for that. So that's the 10 o'clock in the morning thing, which is like the only appointment they do for those smaller ceremonies with 2 witnesses. So it's going to be really early. So we're going to go for brunch. Well, brunch afterwards with our parents and stuff. So
that's a nice idea.
Yeah,
that sounds good. So, and what else have you been up to then, apart from those little bits and pieces?
So, as soon as, like, I don't know if anyone else felt this who's getting married this year, but as soon as it hit, like, 2017, it was like all the questions come in. It was like, when are you doing this? When are you doing that? What are you doing for this? What are you doing for that? When should we get our invites? When should we do blah, blah, blah? And I was just like, oh my God, can everyone calm down? It's like, you're getting married this year. I was like, okay, yeah, let's just take a breather.
Yeah, and like you said, like, it's really sweet that people are interested, but sometimes it just stresses you out.
Yeah, because I hadn't felt stressed.
You're reminding me of all this stuff I have to do. Like,
this is stuff you hadn't thought about as well. Like, people asking me how they're going to get to the ceremony, like bridesmaids and stuff. I'm like, I don't know. Let's figure that out nearer at the time. We've got months.
Yeah. I hate stuff like that. Or what earrings should I wear? And it's like, I don't care. I just pick some earrings. God.
So I've got all that to come. But one of my friends, when we were trying to sort out Hendies and stuff and people couldn't make it and all sorts, one of my friends phoned me and she's like, should I have had my invitation yet? And I was like, no, I haven't even thought about invitations. She's like, oh, just checking, because my mum said that I probably should have had it. And I was like, and she's like, worried that they've gone lost in the post. I was like, no, I haven't even designed them, they haven't gone out, so stop panicking.
Oh my goodness.
So I was like, right, that's the next thing we need to sort. So we've got our invitations designed and ready now. They're on order, so I'm just waiting for them to arrive so I can have a look at them. But we used Russell's brother to design them. That sounds awful. We used him. Because he is a graphic designer. So we were a bit like over Christmas like, Daniel, do you fancy designing our invitations?
Yeah, that's ideal though, isn't it?
And luckily he agreed, because I was going to do it myself, but actually I love the fact that I haven't had anything to do with him, but he's taken what we wanted to do and made it way better than I could have done it. So...
I think you're pretty good, but yeah, it's quite nice to take that pressure off.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, because it is when you've got a blank canvas and you're like, where do I begin with this?
So, as everyone probably knows, when we did our 2017 trend report, episode last season. It was all about how 2017 is big on botanics and foliage, greens, all that sort of stuff, which is exactly what I was planning for my wedding. So I was a bit annoyed that I'm now a trend.
But it's good you're very on trend. You're very cool.
Yeah, obviously. It's going to be a trendy wedding. But basically our invitations are very botanic and leafy and foliagey, and we're having copper foil on
that would look
parts of
lovely.
it. So yeah, so they're all done. We're just waiting for them to arrive and then get them out to everybody. But we thought as well, because we're doing this catch-up episode, it might be a good time for us to talk a bit more in depth about invitations. Although we did do an episode of this in season 1, now that I've actually sat down to do my invitations, I was a bit like, what the hell do I write? So
yeah, I think it's really daunting actually when you sort of think, I mean, you found a few bits a bit more complex, didn't you? So one of the things you struggled with was when it comes to the sort of gift list.
Yeah.
When you think, how do I word, give me your money?
Yeah. It's again because
in a nice way.
We did that episode. Was that last season we did the gift list episode? Or was that
I think
first
so.
season?
Like we wanted money. It sounds really bad. Yeah, we wanted money rather than gifts.
Yeah, because I was a bit like, I felt awful about having a gift list. I'm a bit like, we don't need anything. I even feel cheeky asking about money. But basically what we have gone for, and I'm going to give you my wording, because I was searching for, like, you were with me when I was searching for it, Katie.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
find a way.
Yeah, like trundling through Pinterest and Google Images trying to find out somebody who'd written how to ask for money without it being a cheesy poem, because I really didn't want a cheesy poem.
Yeah, and that seems to be the only way that people were doing it, was through poetry. It's like, can't you just say it normally? Yeah. Does it have to rhyme?
So I didn't do a cheesy poem, and what I said, and here's my wording, everybody.
Yeah.
So we had these printed on a business card size, which will go in with our invitations, and it basically just says, please do not feel that you have to buy us a wedding gift. Your presents will be more than we could have hoped for. If you absolutely insist, a contribution towards helping us make some garden improvements would be much appreciated.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And I didn't put my bank details.
Yeah, please transfer £1,000 each to this account.
So if people want to give us a gift, they can. But, you know, I'm not going to be looking through people's envelopes going, oh, God, they didn't give us anything. Yeah, and also we're going to pop up. Kerrie said kindly she didn't mind sharing her invitations as well, so we're going to actually pop them up because I think they're very, very pretty. I think they look really nice, so you might get a little bit of inspiration if you haven't started yours yet. Yeah, I'll have to ask Daniel whether he wants to go into wedding invitation designing. Yeah, he might be scarred from the fact he had to design ours and not want to do them ever again. But I'll have to leave his details in case anybody wants to get in touch with him. So that was our gift list. The other thing that we had an issue with was the fact that we're not having children at our wedding. Mm-hmm. So we were a bit like, well, how do we invite children without saying we... how do we...
prefer you not to.
Yeah. How do we basically say, please don't bring your children? Which sounds awful, but, you know, they still take up a seat in your reception. And we've got 100 people without children. So if all the kids were also to come, there's going to be easily another, 20... people to see
and it's more mouths to feed
exactly
so high chairs are really expensive, sorry to interrupt you, they're a lot more than normal seat. That's what I found. I was like, oh, they're so much more, and they look so ugly. They don't really do attractive.
See, I think that's the difference with if you went to a normal venue where you haven't got to worry about the fact you need to hire chairs because they're included in your wedding venue. That's fine, but we've had to hire every single seat that people are sitting on, so yeah, like say, adding high chairs and all sorts in would have just really upped the cost. So we decided no children. Well, the only children we are having is my immediate family, and luckily in our immediate families we've only got one child.
Oh gosh, that's lucky.
Mossy did not agree.
Sorry. I think we've just had somebody knock on my door.
Do you want to go and have a look?
Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry. Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, so the other thing we had to think about was children. So we're not inviting children to our wedding, but we are having our immediate family's children, and luckily in our immediate family there is one child, so it's worked out really well.
Oh, that's quite good.
My sister-in-law would have had a baby as well, so there'll be a fairly newborn baby as well. So so I was like, how do you word politely don't bring your children on your invitations? So again, it was like a mass Google trying to figure it out. So what I went with, and you're welcome to steal my wording, was, as much as we would like to invite all of our children, all of our...
Well, so that's fine. We can...
As much as we would like to invite all our friends' children, it's only possible to accommodate the children of our immediate families. Babes in arms are welcome. So we're allowing people to bring babies that need to be breastfed, basically.
Yeah.
As long as they're not like 7 and being breastfed, which I don't think anyone is.
No one's fetish or something.
Yeah. Basically, if they don't need a seat or food, they can come.
They can come.
Yeah.
That's good.
So that's how I've done that.
And I quite like the expression "babes in arms."
It's it's quite
nice.
sweet, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's what we went for there. I also put a bit on. So we put an information card together so people know what to expect. So because we're having an outdoor ceremony, I was a bit like, oh, what if it rains? Should we warn people that it's still going to be outside? So I wrote a part here as well, which you can steal. I said, the wedding ceremony will commence at 2 p.m. We advise you arrive a little earlier to find a seat, because I've been to so many weddings where the bride's turning up and guests are still turning up.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
So I want to make sure everyone is there and sat down and ready before I arrive.
Before you come, yeah. Definitely. Actually, it always happens at churches as well.
Yeah.
Like, people can't find the church, they get lost, and they're like legging it in just as the bride, and you're like, oh,
I was almost tempted to put on here, the ceremony will commence at 1:30, so I knew that everyone would definitely be there by 1:30.
Yeah, I can't remember if I lied or not on ours. Oh, I think I either lied or I said, like, be there on time. And we still had people who were really late and had to sneak in the back.
Yeah.
But I didn't notice, but yeah.
So
you always get some, always.
I don't know why people leave it so late. I'm one of those people that whenever I go somewhere, I put danger time in.
Yeah, half an hour early. Yeah. Definitely.
It winds Russell up because he's the kind of person who never accounts for, like, traffic or anything, and he's late to everything.
Oh, so. It really stresses me out to be late though, so I'm just a complete nightmare if I am, so yeah.
I always get everywhere early and just sit in my car, like, oh, I'm early again, twiddle my thumb.
Yeah, I'd much rather be early than like,
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
So I said that when a ceremony will commence at 2 p.m, we advise you arrive a little early to find a seat. This is an outdoor ceremony and we'll go ahead whatever the weather! !
Yeah.
Please bring umbrellas and wellies if necessary.
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
Yeah. And then I also put a little bit about the reception, because obviously it's on grass. There's no concrete, and I was thinking about everyone sinking in the grass and all sorts. So I've put drinks and games will take place on the grass outside Denham Vale Vineyard, followed by dinner and dancing in the marquee. Ladies, be mindful of your footwear. Wedges and chunky heels or flats are advised.
Yeah, no, that's really good. And you can also get those really good little caps for your heels. Because I always think I must buy like a bulk amount of them and just give them to brides, because they're so handy. But I haven't seen them for a little while, so if not, those are really good. But I don't. What are they called? Do you know what they're called?
I don't know, but they're a really clever invention. I wish I thought of them.
Yeah. I think could be really rich right now.
They'd be loaded. So that's all the information I've got online. And then the other thing we were struggling with was, how do you even word your invites without it being like, because lots of them are very traditional in that they're like, such and such's parents would like to invite you to the wedding of their daughter to... Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, we're pretty much doing our wedding ourselves. Our parents have given us some contribution towards it, but, it's still us organising a wedding. It's not them. It just seemed a bit old-fashioned. So my wording has said, kindly join us for the wedding of Russell and Kerrie, Saturday the 10th of June 2017, and then the address, and then it says 2 p.m, dinner, drinks and dancing to follow. Yeah,
I think that's good. And that's everything I think that you would... I think that's the hard thing. You have to kind of think, right, if I was a guest and I knew nothing, could I get all the information I need from this without pestering you, really? Because that's all you want, is it to minimise people, like, questioning you about stuff. And also quite a nice thing I thought you did was your wedding bake-off idea.
Oh, yes.
If you don't mind sharing that, because I just thought that was quite cool.
So, I've seen this before. This is like, all my couples are definitely going to see parts of their wedding that I have stolen from them when they see my photos. But, so I didn't want a wedding cake, really, mainly because I thought we could save some money in that part, because obviously cakes are very expensive. Sorry to cake bakers, don't hate me. So we've decided to have a wedding bake-off instead. So we're inviting those who want to, not everybody, to bake a cake to be entered into our wedding bake-off. And basically they can enter their cake and then we'll choose a winner, or we'll get everyone to vote on a winner. So
yeah, I think that's such a nice idea. It's really cool. Are you going to be like the Paul Hollywood of the wedding and like say it's all rubbish.
Yeah, this is terrible.
This one's so dry and that one's
soggy bottoms everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to do that instead, which we thought would be quite fun. But my mum like had a proper panic. She's like, I can't bake, and I was like, well, you don't have to. She's like, I have to buy something. I was like, no, don't do it. Like, we don't need 100 cakes. We just
get one of those cake mix things. They're really good. Just get a cake mix in a box and pretend that you baked it. That's what I do.
But like, if everybody turned up with a cake, that's too many cakes. So I'm not expecting like 100 cakes.
Imagine if you get 100 cakes. Oh my god. That would be so good.
Just a nice table display would be nice. That's all. So
will you just have like a table out and a little sign? People will. Yeah. You just got to hope all the pretty ones are at the front.
Well, basically, I'm asking people what they're baking on our RSVPs, because that again was something I was a bit like, what if we end up with like 3 million lemon drizzle cakes? Like, that's just too many. So on our invitations, we've got a little box that says, if you're entering our wedding bake-off, please let us know what you're baking. And then I'll probably just do it in the order we get our RSVPs back. So if I get 6 lemon drizzles, I'll be like, sorry, we've already got 6 lemon drizzles.
You're not allowed to do a lemon drizzle.
Yeah.
But I much prefer Victoria.
Yeah. But I've seen it at weddings before where people have gone all out and like done really cool like cake toppers that look like the bride and groom and all sorts. So I really hope people, go to town.
Yeah, that's such a cool idea, though. I really like that.
Yeah.
And at least then, I mean, everyone will tuck into that as well, won't they? In the evening and during the day. That will be really good. Are you having dessert as well with your food then? And
we are having a dessert, but I was a bit like, perhaps we shouldn't.
That'll be right, because in the evening people will have it.
Yeah, plus, I've got a separate stomach for cake, so I'm sure everyone else has.
Definitely, yeah. Prosecco and cake is just a whole different section.
So yeah, that was my invitations, and I'll put them online so you can take a look. And I decided to go for the RSVP in a postcard style, and I'm going to put stamps on them so people can literally just chuck them in the post box rather than having to go out and find a wedding acceptance card or regret card from a shop, because I hated that when I've been guests and been like, I've got to go find a card to say I can go. And
gosh.
So it should just be easy to just chuck it in the post box.
So you're paying for all the stamps and stuff, you said?
I think so.
That's very kind. I didn't do that.
Didn't you?
No.
Did you do a postcard as well, though?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I did. I did do a little card, but I didn't give them an envelope or a stamp or anything.
Well, that's why I thought about doing a postcard, because then it's got our address on and I haven't got to go and get an envelope. I was just trying to make it a step easier. I think just literally chuck it in the post box.
Yeah. No, I think that sounds super organised. That's good.
Yes.
And we were kind of thinking the etiquette of when to send wedding invites as well. So you said to me earlier, is it 3 months before?
Yeah, I don't know where Russell got this from, but he said the other day that they should go out 3 months before the wedding. So now I feel like totally on the ball.
Yeah, I think that's very good, considering. I'm just going to quickly Google while we're chatting to each other when you should.
Yeah, because I started to panic when that friend...
I thought it was 6 months. Oh, really? I think that.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, tag's barking. I think there's someone at my door now.
That's okay. Do you need to go?
Yeah, I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
Get my blanket.
See, our good old dog. Always make us aware. Let me know when you're ready. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, I'll record again.
Right. So start that conversation again. What were we talking about?
Yeah. We were talking about when to send them. I've just found it on Google as well.
Okay.
So on Google, it says here that you should say the date should be 4 to 6 months before your wedding.
Right.
And then, it's saying about destination weddings as well. And I'm like, that's not going to be relevant to many people. And then 6 to 8 months.
What, for the actual invites?
No, for destination weddings. I don't want a destination wedding.
That's interesting to know, though, if you are having a destination wedding. So I guess people need to book up their accommodation.
Okay. Yeah, well, it says, say the dates should be sent 4 to 6 months before the wedding. For a destination wedding, save the date should be sent 6 to 8 months in advance. And formal invitations are 8 weeks before the wedding day.
Okay.
So I hate it when people put it in weeks and not months. I never understand it. So that's a
2
month
months.
and a bit. So gosh, yeah. So that to me feels quite late. Like,
yeah, well, I guess because we sent out save the dates about, I don't know,
yeah,
this time last year. So people know what day it is. They just don't know the timings or the exact address, I guess. So that's why I've not been stressing about it. I'm like, well, everyone knows when it is.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think if you weren't doing save the dates, then yeah, you probably need to get your invitations out a lot earlier.
Yeah, I agree, and I think save the dates are great though, because if it is a weekend and it's a summer and whatever, I think the sooner you let people know, the better, because then they're probably going to be able to come, aren't they, and get it off. So I think get them out nice and quick, personally, and then invites and stuff. I mean, because yours is a bake off, maybe give them a little bit more extra because they might want to plan and do something quite cool. So it kind of depends on you, I think, but I think now is probably a really good time to be super organised, but you could probably hold off a little bit, couldn't you?
Because at the time of recording this, so we are in the beginning of February right now. We've pre-recorded a few episodes for this season, but this episode is going to go out on our very first launch of season 3 at the end of March. So my plan is to get my invitations out by the end of next week, probably, maybe the week after, for hand them out when we see people. So yeah, everyone's going to have the invitations before March.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's good. I think the more organised you are and the quicker you send them out, there's no harm, is there, really? It's worse to get one last minute and then realise you can't go or something like that. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Or you've got a question and you're going to stress somebody out asking them a question just before their wedding. So. Yeah.
Very
so
true.
Anyway, I'm going completely off on a tangent there. So yeah, no, I think they look really pretty. We can pop them up for you as well because, like I said, I think they look really, really nice, and you're happy with them, aren't you, Kerrie? I think
really happy with them. Yeah. I want to keep one for
probably
myself.
something I think you could frame and like.
I might do that.
Yeah. And then the other bits and pieces. So your decor, we're going to kind of chat about that later on down the line in an episode because we thought that'd be quite good to kind of give some tips and talk about how you're going to do all that. So you have done a little bit of decor, haven't you?
Yeah, we're getting started. I'm trying to do some. I never know how to pronounce this word. Macrame or macrame.
And I don't have a clue. So,
basically, it's like from the 70s. But that's what I'm going to make a ceremony backdrop of that, basically. So that's taking me way longer than I thought. I was like, yeah, it'd be really easy. And then I had my bridesmaids around the other day and we got started and it took us like the entire day to like do one section. But now we've got started, I think it'll be fine. But we're just...
It's a bit like plaiting, I guess, isn't it? So once you kind of hopefully getting that
it's just
rhythm.
working out the pattern. That's what's taking the time.
It will look so pretty when it's done. Like we'll have to pop up some pictures and stuff as well.
Yeah. But otherwise, other than that, we're just planning to do lots of foliage inside the marquee, but it's work. We're going to do it ourselves, so we've got to go out and buy that and figure out how much we need and all that sort of stuff. So I've noticed that with decorations, it's a lot of maths, like working out the lengths of things and how much you'll need to buy in bulk. And so we can definitely fill an episode with that later in the season. Yeah,
and I definitely think, top tip, take photos of your venue when you go and visit and do like random visit days. Take lots of pictures of the outside, but it's all the bits you want to decorate, because I know that when I did that, it was really, because you do remember it completely differently in your head. To actually look and go, oh, there's something, we can hang it off there, or do like take lots of pictures of your venue just so you know what space you've got.
Top tip, Katie's top tip. The other thing that I have done is I've ordered my flowers. So like I said, I'm going to do like foliage and stuff inside the marquee ourselves, but I was like, I don't want to put the added stress of doing bouquets. So my bridesmaid actually got married in New York a couple of years ago now, and she did all her own flowers. So she had volunteered to do it for me, and I was like, do you know what? No.
Wow.
I was like, let's not worry, let's not stress ourselves out having to do bouquets. Let's just be in charge literally of having to do the marquee ourselves the day before, because I didn't want her to then have to be like doing bouquets like into the night or something. So we're having 3 bouquets made, and that's it.
I think that's a good idea. And it's a lovely little treat, like when the person turns up in the morning, you're like, oh my god, what's it going to look like? And just to take that stress off your bridesmaid is quite nice, I think, because you'll probably have your hands full enough the day before. I know I was exhausted by the end of the bloody day. So yeah, I think you'll thank yourself for kind of making it a bit easier. So no, that's good, you made some good progress then. Because
I felt like all of last season I was like, oh, I haven't done anything.
Yeah, and then suddenly it's like boom, and all this stuff suddenly kicks in that you suddenly have to do.
Yeah. So,
but no, I think you're good. So we'll have another catch up with Kerrie after her hen do, and sort of along the way in between a few different interviews with people and episodes, and just keep up to date with what you've been up to. So, and if you've been up to anything really good in your planning, or you want to talk about something you've done that you think's really cool or different, then let us know in our Facebook group, which is I can't remember, Kerrie.
I think it's just let me double check. I think the best way to find it is to go to our website, which is www.getwedpodcast.co.uk, and there's a little link in our navigation bar at the top which says FB group, and if you click on that, it will take you to our Facebook group, and all you've got to do is request to join, and we'll let you in. We haven't got a very big bouncer policy, so don't worry. You'll be fine.
Yeah. And then if you've got any questions you want us to ask, you can pop it in there. If you found anything useful, let us know, because the sort of more feedback we get, the better, because we can make it a better episode for you and more relevant. So
definitely
get talking to us, please.
Come and be our friend.
Yeah, be our friends.
Perfect. Well, it's been really nice to come back to the first episode of season 3. We hope you're still listening to us and enjoying us. And we will see you next week for another episode where we're going to start talking about Hindus.
Lovely. Speak to you all then. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to Get Wed. Would you like to hear even more from us?
We have lined up some secret Get Wed episodes for our exclusive Get Wed members.
To become a member, then go to www.getwedpodcast.co.uk and click on support.
From here you'll find our Patreon page, and you can unlock the level of membership that you want.
Supporting us through Patreon will help us grow Get Wed and give you even more content.
So if you enjoy listening, then support us today.
Until next week,
happy planning!